Hello everyone, it is Scottthemoviecritic back again with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you everything I picked up in the month of January. Got a few bits here, a couple of DVDs, quite a few Blu-rays, and a few records, so it should be quite an entertaining video. Gonna get straight into it, and I'm gonna show a couple of things that I got for Christmas. One of them I forgot to show, one of them was a belated Christmas present that arrived late. This was a t-shirt from my nan and uncle, so thank you so much for that. This was for Christmas, but like I say, it arrived late. But anyway, it is a t-shirt of Tom Petty, and it is for the album Full Moon Fever, which is definitely top 3 favourite Tom Petty albums of all time for me. I find it hard to choose favourite out of Into a Great Wide Open, this one, and Wildflowers, because I think they're all brilliant 10 out of 10 albums. Not a bad song on any of those albums for me. But yeah, like I say, love this shirt as well. It looks fantastic. Love the album cover. Love the album. My favourite songs, obviously, Free Falling, Way Back Down, Running Down a Dream. Those are 3 classic songs. Everyone knows those ones. Yeah, maybe I've heard them a bit, but still absolutely love them. And I really like the underrated song Love Is a Long Road. I think that's absolutely fantastic. Also Zombie Zoo, as daft as that song is, it's such a bizarre song, but it's absolutely catchy as hell. So entertaining. Love that song so much. And also the most underrated song on the album for me, the Apartment song, which is so underrated, extremely catchy. I find that song really, really entertaining, and I just absolutely love that song. It's fantastic. So yeah, thank you to my nan and uncle for getting me that. This one was one that I did actually get for Christmas, but I forgot to show it. This was another Christmas present from my Uncle Steve. Thank you so much, Steve. This is a horror book, and this is a Our Heart of Graham Humphreys, Nightmare on One Sheet. So yeah, this is really, really cool. And on the back there, you got the cover for the Great Gates of Hell trilogy vinyl set, which is really, really cool. And yeah, it's a really cool cover there. And yeah, it's just really, really nice book of loads of Graham Humphreys artwork. He's a fantastic artist for horror and stuff. Got Cape Fear in there, which is really cool. And yeah, all of these are just absolutely fantastic. See if I could find some like famous horror films and stuff. But yeah, it's just some really nice photos and stuff. Got some really obscure ones. There we go. Got House on the Edge of Park. That's obviously iconic cover. Got Wurzel Gummidge in there, which is quite funny as well, to be fair. But yeah, it's just a great artwork. You got Freddie on there as well. So yeah, it's a really nice book with some fantastic artwork, with some really, really cool films. Got a recent one there, actually, a Shadow original for Psycho Gorman. Entertaining film, actually. Really, really good stuff. You got Rocky Horror Picture Show as well on the other side as well, which is obviously a really famous film. Great artwork. And yeah, Graham Humphrey's done some brilliant, brilliant artwork. And yeah, it's just a really awesome book. And here we go. Here's one of my personal favourites, of course. Dawn of the Dead. Can't go wrong with that. Absolutely love this film, as you all know. So yeah, that is some cool artwork there. You got Fly Boy there as a zombie. You got Roger, a zombie, and you got the 4 main characters at the top there, which just looks really, really cool. So yeah, I won't go through all of it, because I want to leave some of the photos for everyone else to discover that hasn't got this book yet, obviously. But yeah, if you haven't got this yet, it's a really, really nice book. Definitely recommend it. Absolutely fantastic. And next I'm going to show the 2 DVDs. I got 2 classic films that I'd never seen before. And this is a comedy from mid-2000s. It is Napoleon Dynamite. So yeah, knowing about this film for many years, just never got around to watching it until last month, and ended up watching it twice because I really loved it on the first watch. and then I decided to watch it with my dad because he'd never seen it before. And I didn't enjoy it as much on the second viewing. I did dislike it slightly less. It is a little bit slow to start with, I will say that, but once it gets going, it is absolutely hilarious, and I do have a good time with it. Still loved it on a second watch though. It is a really funny comedy film, and John Hader plays Napoleon is absolutely hilarious in this film. He gives a great performance, such a great character, and yeah, it's just a really funny teen comedy set in high school from the mid-2000s. A really, really good American comedy. Yeah, absolutely loved it. Thought it was hilarious. Next up is a classic film from the 80s, another comedy film that I'd never seen, directed by Rob Reiner, of course, and it is The Princess Bride from the late 80s. I really enjoyed this film. I thought it was great. Got a good cast in there. Got Chris Sarandon. You got my man Andre the Giant in there as well. Obviously big wrestling fan growing up, so it was really cool to see Andre the Giant in there. And yeah, this film's just so sweet and such a charming fairy tale type story. Basically, it's about this this kid. He's not well. And he's lying in bed because he's not well, and his granddad comes in and brings him this book which is called The Princess Bride, and basically reads him the story of Princess Bride, and that's basically the story of the film is the book which is called The Princess Bride, obviously. And yeah, it's just such a sweet fairy tale story, really entertaining, very funny in parts as well. Really, really enjoyed this, and of course, rest in peace to Rob Reiner, great director, and yeah, such a sad loss from last year. Really, really upsetting loss. That was absolutely horrible what happened to him, but and his wife, of course. But yeah, amazing film, and yeah, really enjoyed this. Great directing from Bob Reiner, and one of his best films, I would say. Really had a good time with that one. And next up is a film that I tried watching years ago. I couldn't get into it. Maybe I was a bit too young to appreciate it at the time. But however, on rewatch, I absolutely loved it. This was actually originally my dad's, but he watched it for the first time recently as well. Actually, he had it for a while, but he said he loved it, but he said he probably wouldn't watch it again. But whereas I would definitely watch it again. So yeah, he said I could have it. So thank you, Dad, for letting me have this. And it is the Green Mile 4K set, which is a fantastic set, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, this is a classic prison film. It really, really is. Really emotional towards the end as well. If you've seen the film, then you'll know why. Yeah, absolute classic, directed by Frank Darabont. Tom Hanks gives an amazing performance in this film. Yeah, you got Sam Rockwell in there as well, of course. It's just a great cast. Yeah, really well acted, and I love the character, John Coffey. Yeah, really great character. And yeah, it does maybe get a little bit silly with a supernatural element side of the film. That's maybe the only criticism I have of this film. It's the only sort of thing that takes out the film a little bit, but then again, it does sort of work for the story as well, and the character of John Coffey and why he's just such a likable person in this film. And yeah, like I say, it's the only thing it takes out the film, but it does work for the story itself. So I am sort of mixed on that aspect of the film. But apart from that, it's a really well acted film, and yeah, it does get really serious at times as well. And it is just such a emotional film, especially towards the end, like I say. And it is a fantastic film. It really, really is. Not as good as Shawshank Redemption. That film is absolutely amazing, but it's not far off. I mean, this is a really great film, to be fair. Really enjoyed watching that. Next up is a really, really classic film from the 2000s. Another film I hadn't actually seen, but is Pan's Labyrinth. Really enjoyed this. Finally got around to watching this one. And yeah, it's just a really cool film. It has a bit of everything in there. It's got fantasy. It's definitely got a bit of horror in there as well. It's really emotional as well. I would say this film definitely gets some really emotional towards the end as well. Reacting in this film is absolutely fantastic. And I really enjoyed the story. I thought it was something a bit different, and yeah, reacting in this is absolutely fantastic. So if you haven't seen this, I'm assuming most of you probably have. It is a really famous film, directed by Guillermo del Toro, of course. And yeah, I haven't seen many of his films actually, and this is definitely a good starting point. I think I've seen this and Blade 2 is the only ones I've seen of his actually, so I need to get onto some of his other films, as I thought this was fantastic. It's got the fantasy element of fairy tale story as well, which I thought was really good. Not one of my favourite films ever, like it is with some people, because I know some people really do have this and held it in really high regard, but not quite up there for me as one of my favourite films of all time, but still a great film. I had a great time with it. Next up is a prison film. I'm going to give a shout to my good friend Dan. Unfortunately doesn't have a YouTube channel at this moment in time, but hopefully he will come back on YouTube soon, definitely. But yeah, this is a film called Last Castle, which is a really, really good prison film with Mark Ruffalo, Delroy Lindo, James Gandolfini's in this as well. Obviously, plays Tony Soprano in The Sopranos. He gives a great performance in this film. Actually, something a bit different for him, and I thought he gave a good performance. And of course, Robert Redford, who also very sadly passed away last year. Yeah, thought this was very entertaining. A little bit slow in places, but it definitely has a really good build up to an epic finale. Honestly, the last 30 minutes or so just action packed, and it's really entertaining. I had a really good time with this film. I thought it was great. Next up is an absolute classic film from the early 90s from Robert Zemeckis, and it's Death Becomes Her. Sorry, I couldn't get my words out there, but great performances again. I really enjoyed Goldie Hawn's performance in this one. I think Bruce Willis was absolutely phenomenal in this. He plays the Doctor in this film, and his performance was just fantastic. And yeah, it's a bit weird in parts to it, I must say, but it's very entertaining. It's got a very wacky concept as well. And yes, but if you take this potion, you basically will live forever, and that's the fantasy sort of element of this film. So yeah, very entertaining, good little sort of comedy film there. Very wacky, very bizarre, but a very entertaining watch. And yeah, I very much recommend it if you haven't seen it before. It's a very entertaining film, that one. Next up, I've got to give a massive shout to my good friend Stephen, who's become a really, really good friend of mine recently. Obviously, you'd have seen him on Pete's channel, because I'll leave a link down below to Pete's channel, Pretender guy. Great guy as well. Unfortunately, Stephen doesn't have a YouTube channel, but I hope one day he will have a YouTube channel, because he is a fantastic guy and he definitely knows his stuff about films, music and wrestling as well. He's a big wrestling fan. But anyway, he got me, Andy and Nigel and Pete all something. He wanted to get us all something, which was very kind of him. I really didn't need to do that, obviously, but it was so kind of him, and I'm very, very appreciative. He said we could have a title of our choice, and the film I decided to choose was The Sadness on 4K. So yeah, Stephen, thank you so much again for this. I really do appreciate it. You're a top guy, and it was an absolute pleasure doing that quiz with yourself and the others on Pete's channel. That was such a great time. And yeah, this is a Shadow original. I heard many great things about this one. This was yeah, recommended to me by quite a few people at work, and yeah, I thought this was fantastic. It's a Taiwanese affection slash what do you call it? Affection. What can I get my words out? Virus type film. Bloody hell, couldn't remember the bloody word there. But yeah, fantastic film. Thought it was great. Really brutal as well in parts as well. Actually, this is a disturbing film. And yeah, I think they the virus called the Alvin virus, and yeah, when you see what it does to people in this film, it's really disturbing watch. Actually, it definitely keeps you on the edge of your seat. You're wondering what's going to happen next, and it's just really disturbing. It's brutal, nasty, and yeah, it definitely makes you feel unnerved while watching this, because there's a lot of brutal stuff that does happen in this film, and it's basically really fucked up, is what I'm trying to say. That's basically the simpler way of putting it. But yeah, really fantastic film, and if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. But be warned, it's not for for faint-hearted, because yeah, this film definitely goes for it. That's for sure. And I know this can be a bit much for some people, because it is very violent, as I say, but it is just such a fantastic film. Yeah, really love that one. Thank you, Stephen, again. Next up is an absolute 80s horror classic, one I'd never actually seen, but I really always wanted to watch this one. I did actually initially get this for the watch along with Ron, but I've gone off those recently. But anyway, it is Sleepaway Camp. And yeah, I'm glad that I got this anyway, because it was a film I always wanted to watch, and I did watch it a couple of days ago, as of recording this, and I thought it was great. I really, really did. I thought it was really entertaining, sort of summer camp, set at summer camp, sort of hot type horror film, and it's got that summer sort of feel to it as well, which is really, really cool. Yeah, really entertaining teen comedy, not comedy, I mean teen horror slasher film, sorry, is what I was supposed to say there. But the thing that sort of separates it from other slasher horror films set at summer camp is the ending, which I won't spoil. Unfortunately, I did know about the ending before going into it. I heard it somewhere. I can't remember where I heard it, but I've definitely was aware of the ending before going into it. But yeah, it still shocked me though, the ending, and it is a fantastic ending. I mean, it's definitely an ending you're not going to forget if you haven't seen this film before, and if you don't know the ending, then definitely don't look at anything up about the ending, because it will catch you off guard, and it's one of the most shocking endings that you'll ever see. But it's fantastic, it really is. Absolute classic. And yeah, glad I finally got around to watching this one. And yeah, I hope Lauren and Nigel and Pete had a great watch along with that. Like I said, that was the reason why I initially got it, but I have gone off for watch alongs recently, which was the reason why I wasn't on Ron's watch along, unfortunately. But like I said, still had a great time with the film, and glad that I got it anyway, because it is fantastic. Next up is a really good crime drama, sort of really, really good drama there, and it is The Chamber with Gene Hackman and Chris O'Donnell. Performances in this are just absolutely fantastic. Gene Hackman, wow, he's brilliant in this, and yeah, he really gives a fantastic performance. So does Chris O'Donnell, actually, he's brilliant in this as well. And yeah, there's one scene in this that really caught me off guard. Not going to say whereabouts in the film it is, just because I don't want to spoil it. But there was one scene in this that I really wasn't expecting. But yeah, it's a good sort of courtroom drama. This really did enjoy it, and yeah, it's a fantastic film. I had a great time with it, and really glad I got around to watching it, because it is quite tense. Actually, it's a really tense film. I'm not going to say too much about it if you don't know anything about the film, but it is really good. Definitely recommend it. Now into the records that I got some good ones in January, and this is a Ash record. I've really got into Ash recently. I've always liked him, but I didn't realise there was so many songs that I knew that I actually really enjoyed. But anyway, this is a debut album, and it is called 1977, and this is like all the Ash records I got recently, is a really nice coloured vinyl. Got a nice gatefold there as well, which is really, really cool. We'll quickly get our record, show you the colour. You got photos of band there as well, which is nice, and it is a very, very nice white vinyl with black splatter, which is awesome. Looks really, really nice. And yeah, good album. Not my favourite by Ash, but really, really solid. Gonna read the track listing from the gatefold actually, because it's more clear on the gatefold than it is on the back of the album. Opens up with Lose Control, which is a really, really good song, good rock song there. Yeah, quick song. Then you get Goldfinger, which is an absolute classic. That's a really entertaining song. Then you get Girl from Mars, which is one of Ash's most famous songs. Absolute classic. Not one of my personal favourite Ash songs, but I do enjoy it. Then you got I'll Give You Anything, which is pretty good. Gonna Dream is fantastic. That's a really good one. Kung Fu, yeah, a bit daft, but quite entertaining as well, I guess. Then you get Oh Yeah, which is another classic. Really good song, actually. Yeah, that's always one that I've really enjoyed. Let It Flow was entertaining. Innocent Smile was a really nice song. That's one of my favourites. Angel Interceptor's a fun one. Lost in You was quite decent, and Dark Side, Light Side, the closing track, was also really, really good. Fantastic stuff there. We'll put the album back in a sleeve afterwards, as they can be quite a pain to get back in. But yeah, great album from Ash there. Next up is another album by Ash. This was their second album from 1999, I think, and is Nuclear Sounds, which I enjoyed this album, but it's probably my least favourite out of the ones that I've heard so far. I didn't love this album, but I did enjoy it still. Again, nice little gatefold there, which is nice. And in this one, you do also get a coloured vinyl as well. And this one is, if I can get it out, is a clear vinyl with green splatter, which is very, very nice. And yeah, like I say, I wasn't overly keen on this one, just lacking something. Opens up with Projects, which is an okay opener. I didn't mind it. Then you've got Low Ebb, which is a very interesting title for a song, but a really entertaining song. That's probably one of my favourites. Jesus Says, which is a classic song from this album, probably one of the more famous ones. Decent song, not one of my favourite Ash songs though. Then you've got Wild Surf, which again is probably one of the more famous ones. Entertaining song. There was many songs on here that really stand out to me, which is one of my reasons why it's one of my probably my least favourites so far. Death Trip 21. If I remember correctly, that was the one song on here I really didn't like. I wasn't a fan of that one. Just wasn't a fan of production on that. It was really, really sort of heavy sounding, which I like heavy music, but I just did not like the sound of that song at all. Folk Song, that was a good song for I remember, a nice song. Numbskull, not too bad. Burnout's a good one. Aphrodite, can't really remember that one too well actually. Fortune Teller, I remember enjoying, and I'm Gonna Fall, I remember also being okay. So yeah, mixed bag this one, some good songs, some okay songs, and one song that I really didn't like. So yeah, a decent album, but not great, unfortunately. And next up is going to be an Iron Maiden record. And yeah, this is one I was very excited to get after Christmas, and yeah, didn't get it beforehand, so I'm glad that this was still available for me to get, and it's one I was definitely going to get at some point. But anyway, it is Iron Maiden Life After Death 40th anniversary. So this is the live album, of course. We'll quickly get this out and show you a record, because it is absolutely stunning. Lovely artwork as well. Lovely back cover with the lightning, and I've got the cemetery at the bottom there, which is really cool, and you got the moon up there, which is just really, really nice. And you got the front, which looks awesome, with Eddie as well. And well, the gatefold is just absolutely phenomenal. Look at that. That's just fantastic, with them playing live, and like loads of different photos of them playing live and stuff. Absolutely fantastic, brilliant stuff. And I think you get a couple of inserts in that you actually, it's a booklet as a matter of fact, and got another little great photo of Eddie on there, which is just absolutely fantastic. What a release this is. Lovely photos of band members playing, of course. Just absolutely phenomenal. Fantastic booklet of yeah, my favourite band of all time, as you all know by now. Yeah, this is a great live album, I must say. I think I did slightly prefer Beast of Hammersmith, that's the one. And this is on coloured vinyl. Just show you that, just in case I didn't already. And the first album is on a lovely blue. I mean, look at that. That is really, really nice. Lovely coloured blue there. And yeah, it sounds great on vinyl. It really, really does. Absolutely fantastic. I think, is there in there? There is something in here. And it's actually another book. We got Road Safety Tour 84-85, which is really, really cool. Again, loads of photos from which I'm assuming would have been 85, which is, yeah, absolutely insane. Yeah, awesome stuff. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely fantastic. And yeah, it's a fantastic release. Absolutely love it. Great album as well. Really good live album. And the second LP is on a really nice, bright yellow. Look at that. That is fantastic. So yeah, this is an absolutely awesome release from Iron Maiden. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. And we'll quickly go over the songs, the track listing, which is the most important part, is the actual record and the music, of course. So opened up with Churchill's speech, which obviously is a classic intro to what goes into the song Aces High, which is absolutely fantastic. Then you've got 2 Minutes to Midnight, which is another great song from Power Slave, my personal favourite Iron Maiden album. Then you got A Trooper, which is an absolute classic, great song. Revelations, absolutely brilliant as well. Flight of Icarus, which is also a fantastic song. Rhyme of Jason Mariner, which is one of my favourite songs on Power Slave, the album. Then you got the title track from that album, which is Power Slave, which is probably my favourite song on the album. Absolutely love it. Then you got Number of Beasts, which is one of my favourite Iron Maiden songs. And this is where my only complaint comes with this live album. The Number of the Beast doesn't sound great, unfortunately. It is quite a poor performance. I never thought I'd ever say that with this song. But Nico McBrain's drumming is not great on this version of the song, unfortunately. And I absolutely love Nico McBrain's drumming. I really, really do. I think he's a fantastic drummer. But I think there's a little bit of energy that's lacking on this version of the song as well, which is a bit of a shame, and just his drumming is not great. And usually I absolutely love that song live, so that is a bit of a shame. But apart from that, it's absolutely fantastic. Hello Beat for Name, another great song. Iron Maiden, obviously a classic. It usually closes with the end of the shows, or the main part of the show anyway, and then they do the encore, which is really, really cool. Run to Hills, absolutely love it. And Running Free, that's a Paul Di'Anno song, but obviously Bruce Dixon's singing on this one, as obviously as Paul Di'Anno wasn't with Iron Maiden at that time. Rothschild, another Paul Di'Anno song, another catchy one. 22 Acacia Avenue, absolute classic on Number of Beast album. Children of the Damned, absolutely brilliant. Die With Your Boots On, one of my least favourite Iron Maiden songs from the Peace of Mind album, one of my least favourites on that album. And it goes with Phantom of the Opera, which is one of my favourite Paul Di'Anno songs and one of my favourite Iron Maiden songs in general, so it closes off really well there. Yeah, this is fantastic, absolutely love it. And next up, this is the last vinyl I got to show. And it is another Ash album, and this is one of my personal favourites. I absolutely adore this record. It's from 2001, and it is Free All Angels. This album is fantastic. Absolutely love it. And it has a few iconic singles on there as well, and famous songs. Again, nice little gatefold like you get with all these albums, which is fantastic. And again, like all these albums, it is also another coloured vinyl, which is great. Struggling to get this one out though, which just make sure there isn't anything on the insides. But yeah, cool. And little photo there, and if I can get this out, got clear vinyl with yellow splat. It's quite hard to tell with splat on this one. It's not that noticeable compared to the other ones, but it still looks really, really nice. And yeah, like I say, this album is just fantastic. Get that back in there quickly. Let's go through the track listing, shall we? You got Walking Barefoot, which is a really fun, uplifting song. Such an entertaining song. Has sort of a summery sort of sound to it, like a summer feel-good type of song, I would say. Then you got Shining Light, which is a song I grew up listening to. I remember that from when I was very, very young. And I used to listen to it a lot in my teenage years as well. Classic single, absolutely love it. Then you got Burn Baby Burn, which is a song that I remember from when I was younger again, but completely forgot about it and rediscovered it fairly recently. It's actually my favourite Ash song now, actually, because it's just so entertaining. Love the guitar music in it. I love the guitar solo by Charlotte. I can never pronounce her last name. Is it? Can't remember. It begins with, is it Hayfley? Yeah, I can't pronounce her last name, but yeah, she's a fantastic guitarist. She really, really is. And Tim Wheeler's voice is fantastic. Such a great singer. Candy. Yeah, I remember that one being not great. Wasn't a massive fan of that one. Cherry Bombs are quite catchy. Submission's a really good song. I did really enjoy that. Someday was a really nice song. Had a great time that one. Pacific Palisades. That was a really catchy song actually, but it's a bit short. It's only 1 minute and 59 seconds. Would have liked that song to have been a bit longer in all honesty, but still a good song. Shark, not too bad. Not one of my personal favourites. And there's another classic single, Sometimes, which is another song that I remember from when I was younger. And yeah, love this song as well. So entertaining, so catchy. And yeah, just an absolutely beautiful song. It's fantastic. Then you've got Nicole, which is another nice song. There's a Star, which is very entertaining as well. And it closes with World Domination, which is a good song. Not one of my personal favourites on the album, but a decent song. And there we have it, everyone. There is everything that I got in the month of January. So I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. Let me know if there's anything you got, what you picked up in the month of January. Have you seen any of these films? Have you heard any of these records before? Let me know down below. That'd be very much appreciated. Thank you all so much, everyone. And don't forget to leave a like and leave a comment down below as well. All that be very much appreciated. Thank you all so much, everyone, and thank you all so much for continued support. Really does mean a lot. And yeah, that about do it for this video, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all later.